We won't be here for a while because we're a half hour early. Oh, we're on. Okay, hey, welcome. Backyard Professor Live chess fans. I have a real treat for you. A week ago, Ryan Deering, I want you to meet my chess coach, Ryan Deering. He called me on the phone and he said, "Is this the BYP?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And he said, "Well, I happen to be close. I would like to get together with you and play you some chess, and let's do a live show together." And I jumped at that chance like crazy. The good news is we have a chess coach live. We're going to play a quick game, and then he's got a spectacular chess variation that he wants to show you that he has created, and he is pioneering in a very important and popular online, the Gotham.
The Anti-Gotham variation.
Yeah, his is called the Anti-Gotham variation. It's a Gotham chess opening, the Gotham chess, and everybody knows who Gotham chess is. You know, get out of here. Him, the good guy, the guy who wants everybody in chess, and he's not even a grandmaster, and he never will be because he doesn't want to be. He doesn't have to be. He makes millions on YouTube. However, I have Ryan here. I'm going to call you Ryan.
Absolutely.
Coach Ryan. And he's going to show us this. But the good news is he is so good that last night we played a blindfold game. Now, I have never done this, man. We played a blindfold game, and he was gracious enough to put the blindfold on him, not me. And I played him a game of chess blindfold. We did record that. But there's some long periods in between the moves. And so I'm going to edit that. It is recorded, and then I will upload it. And you will see this gentleman. Is it bad? It's bad to call you a gentleman, isn't it? We're going to see Coach play blindfold chess. I have never done this before. It was beyond astonishing and thrilling. I think the thing that shocked me the most about Ryan, not only being able to play blindfold chess, and I honestly tried to play good. He played his favorite opening, so he cheated on me with the blindfold on. After we played the game, it was, well, what, about a half hour or so after we sipped some coffee, talked a little bit. You know. He suggests, he goes, "Hey, let's replay the game again, and I'll give you an analysis." What do you mean replay the game again? He still had it in his head. And so we set up the board, and we went back through the game. And you know, for a backyard professor, chess grandmaster wannabe, that was, I got goosebumps just remembering that event. That was so exciting for me. It was fun. I'm not trying to brag him up because I don't want to embarrass him, but this guy is almost as good as I am. I beat him 3 out of 4 games last night. Oh, wait. No, that's not true. We're going to have some fun today. I'm going to play him a speed game on the board that you guys love. And then afterward, I'm going to share the screen. And hey, username, how you doing? I've been bragging to Ryan about you. That's username. He's here. Good. And Bella Glavi sup. Good to see you too, brother. So we're going to play this game real quick. And I'm going to show you how good I am at speed chess. And then I'm going to turn it over to Ryan, and he's going to show you this Anti-Gotham variation, which he's been showing me this morning. And I think it's really cool and interesting. We have the potential to be in the presence of someone quite famous who's going to defeat Gotham chess within the next decade. Is that fair? Decade?
All I'm looking to do is to make Gotham chess acknowledge my existence. So,
and he should.
The reason I blame Gotham chess for me not becoming an expert, and I blame Gotham chess for becoming an expert. I had to find a way to circumnavigate his Caro concourse. It's too strong. I got tired of losing to too many children. But I found my way to deal with Gotham chess's system, and all I want, guys, is for you to help me contact him and acknowledge that, hey, this is valid.
Cool. I'll help you. He doesn't know me from Adam. He's probably heard of me. I'm the guy that wants to be good and I'm not, but it's okay. Hey, so we're going to play this game real quick. You ready to play it? Okay, so
right.
What we're going to do, no clock. This is very informal. He's going to even allow me to cheat a little bit. And hey, Latter Day Digest, good to see you. So we're going to play this game real quick, and then he's going to show you this variation. You're not going to want to miss this, especially you, Juicer. You're going to love this variation that he's come up with. I think this will be fun. You want to be white, or you want me to?
I'll take white.
Oh, he takes white. You know, he's the guest here, and he takes white. Look, he's going to pull this Mamby-Pamby Ruy Lopez. This is the one that we played last night, and I'm going to accommodate. No, we did not pre-plan this, did we? We're just playing this.
We're just playing a game of chess.
Okay, this is the one we played blindfold chess last night, and this time, I'm going to beat him. I'm not messing around. This is serious stuff right here. Look at that. He's already running his king away. He's a coward. He's a chicken. Okay, now hold on. With the
so last night you tried bishop c5.
I did, didn't I? Yeah. And I didn't like how that turned out. So there's another. Let me try this one.
Sure.
And he thinks he's going to get the open file. He's talking to the BYP. I am the open file man. There is no way I'm going to let him get this open file for me. He thinks he's going to win. Look, what a punk move. See, nobody plays that move, not even Bobby Fischer. I've got him right where I want him. So, now what the hell do I do? I'm in the castle. I got a castle early in this time. Okay, look, see, I've got him scared because he is going after the center, and he knows that I love trying to fight for the center. So, okay, that's not bad. Not bad. Oh, do not put bishop at e6, BYP. That could be a nasty fork. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. You guys are. It's the important thing is, am I? So, I'm going to see what this does to him. See, I'm going to confuse him a little bit here. He doesn't know what to do. He's scratching his head. That's a good sign. Yeah, I've got him about where I want him. Notice who's lacking total development. I've got him right where, and he's still pushing pawns. See, in the center, in the beginning, you push too many pawns, just like my wonderful coach is doing, and you can get slapped by the BYP. So here we go. See, there's no pin anymore, so that was a waste of move for him, in my opinion. How's that for smart Alex? That's not bad. He's tolerating me. He's giving me one of those smiles like, yeah, just shut up and play. Wait till you see what I do next. Hey, you're not in the picture. Where are you?
There we go. I'm trying my hardest.
Well, I've got to move the cameras this way. No, you're good. I've got to have this camera that way so that I can get the full.
Right.
Yeah, but I want you in on it.
There we go.
Hold on. I can scoot this. Ooh, I'm going to knock stuff over, aren't I?
I'm going to save your stuff.
Oh, look at you go. Yeah, I won't push it.
Right.
Boy, my move.
This is the first time that no property has been damaged in a chess video.
No problem. Ooh, hey. We are making progress. No property damage. Just ego. Ego's been damaged here. All right. Hey, welcome, everybody. Debbie Donovan. No, you're not late. Hi, MH. How you doing? This is my new chess coach, Ryan Deering. And I've got him in studio live. We're playing a quick speed game. Then he's going to show you a good chess variation he's come up with. Ian, welcome. I like to say hi to everybody. So. All right. So I am just about got him where I want him on this game. He can't possibly beat me in his favorite opening, the Ruy Lopez. We played this last night blindfolded. I've got that game. I will show it to you guys. And it is a fun game, man. Oh, man. You've got it to where I can't do anything with my knight, huh? Well, what'd you push that for? That was a dumb move for me. Well, knight on the edge. What the heck? All right, but watch out because no. See, that's exactly what I wanted him to do. I've got him psyched out, you guys. I've got him psyched out. My chess coach, I get to show I'm moving this knight too many times, aren't I? See, I told you I psyched him out. You idiot shirts. Well, he's just throwing the pieces on the floor. Did you see that? That's a total lack of respect for the chess pieces. I mean, he could break these. They're solid plastic. Be gentle with him, BYP. Yes. Yeah, they're telling me to be. And then he stepped on the guy. He stepped on my chess piece. Oh, that's war, pal. That's war.
When you mistreat them like that.
I can't believe I just gave you that night. That was just stupid. That was stupid. You hear me? Let's see what you do with that, coach. Ooh, bringing in another piece. Have I not said that? See, I've learned him well. He says I'm partially responsible for him. I am not responsible for anything about him except having fun. No, this is such an honor for me. Sorry, I'm not acting like a kid in a candy store for nothing. This is just a lot of fun for me. So, you've closed the center, haven't you? Let's see what you got, coach. Oh, the rearranging. He's going to come after my king. He's got a potential bishop and a potential queen on this side. The bishop's pointing over that way. We talked about this last night. He did this to me last night, and I couldn't stop him. Now I'm going to do it again. But this time I'm going to stop him. So, my problem is I'm down a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm down a piece. So I don't have as much oomph. I don't want to open up that bishop, do I? Let's see. I want to get my rook. Oh, okay. Let's see. Boy, so much for speed chess. I'm not very good at speed chess, am I? A6 and B5, Bella Glavi says. Yeah, that's an option too. Hey, why not? We'll play you. A6, let's see what you got with this.
All right.
He's laughing. We might be getting clobbered, Bella Glavi. I think between the two of us, we can take this guy. We're gonna tell his bishop, hey.
So if I allow the plan, right, am I upset? Has black developed?
Ooh, he's got a good question. Has black developed? Well, I've gained a little space, but that's not the question. Have I developed? Sorry, I didn't mean to touch a piece. So now my questioning, what I'm thinking is, do I dare try to? He's still got that diagonal though, going to the king, huh? So that's going to be inevitable, I'm afraid. So there's not a lot I can do with my knight, is there? Any suggestions, you guys? What do you think? A6 and B5 didn't go very well with him. It didn't do me a lot, did it? Bella Glavi, you and I aren't doing so hot. However, now I could push the C pawn. Why not? Let's try to open this up. I don't want to open up the bishop. Okay, here comes his knight. Now, see, that's close to that Alacant block thing. I think we were just talking about this morning. I
got a mini lesson from the BYP, and I found it useful. He taught me.
He's already incorporating it, man.
That I knew, but I didn't know that I know. And what is the Alacant's block, Mr. Professor?
Basically, you're getting close. It's to put a piece, bishop, knight, rook, here, or here, depending on the board's position. But the idea is to prevent black from pushing pawns to open up an escape for the king, or to open up a place for the pieces to move also. Hey, tumblers. This is fun. This is my new chess coach, Ryan Deering, and we've got some good information he's going to show us here in a little while. We're just having a fun little game right now. We'll give you all the information in the description, and he'll be able to tell you where to find him. He is a member of the BYP Chess Club, by the way, username, just so you know. And he is on Lee Chess. He's got some fantastic chess studies. This is going to be so much fun. I'm so honored to have him here with me. We're having a little bit of fun. Then we're going to do some very serious, cool chess here in just a little while.
I see a great suggestion, Bishop D8 and Bishop C7. I'm not sure where I'm going to park him on C7, but rerouting the bishop from where he's under attack to a square where he's in line with the king. I like your idea.
All right. He likes your idea. Who suggested that? Which one of you guys? Bella Glavely is one of my really cool supporters. They're all cool supporters, but Bella Glavi, you've got part of you've got part of Yusupov's chess course, don't you, Belaglavi? I've been going through Yusupov's chess course on my Saturday morning.
So I play Queen G3, and I don't have the answers, but I ask the questions, right? And my question is, how are you going to defend checkmate?
That's a piece of cake. That's not checkmate. Unless I move my rook. So he's threatening checkmate already. So much for fun. Well, that just sucks. Well, let's see. There's a couple of options I've got, isn't it, guys? What if I put the knight right there, protecting and touching the queen? That's one option. I could bump the G pawn, but then that'll create weaknesses on my dark squares around my king. But I don't know if I want to do that or do the knight. The knight will also allow me to bring my dark squared bishop into this a little bit. So I'm going to see how he handles me doing this knight.
Well, I'm just going to ask another question.
Okay, he's going to ask me another question.
I'm just going to
What's for lunch?
Oh. If I move the queen up and attack the knight, what do you do now?
He's insolently attacking my knight.
Maybe something else too.
Maybe something else too. He thinks he's going to psych me out here. This is the fun thing about chess coaches is you lead them along, you pretend like they're showing you something really cool and new, and then you spring the trap on him. He doesn't realize yet that my A pawn is the deadly weapon in this game. Don't tell him, please. So, yeah. All right, so, and actually that's good too, because I can't technically move the knight away or I'm in checkmate, right? So what if I was to do a double duty, support the knight and attack his knight, and now he ridiculously continues his attack on me? Yeah, Username said G6 is the only move. Thanks, Juicer. Yeah, Juicer, he knows everything. Don't tell him I said that, but you're the man. So you're the one that needs to tell me what to do next, Juicer. Now, let's see. Okay, so it's check. Yeah, it's check. Oh, my. That's not good, is it?
No.
So king moves.
And then the queen hits the floor.
Queen, see, that the rudeness is incredible.
The reason why I do this is I'm used to teaching chess classes to kiddos, and they seem to love it when you take a piece and you utterly disregard it.
And I'm the ultimate kiddo.
But if you like your pieces, you have to take better care of them. You can't let me just take them and throw them on the floor. You have to guard them.
That is wisdom that I will drink.
But if we take this back, Mr. Professor, what we have...
Oh, we're going to get a quick lesson. Pay attention. Okay, if I take that back.
Right. So I moved my queen into a pin. And most people think that that's bad and you should never do it. But pins work both ways. A pin backwards is the theme of the discovered attack. So queen G4, right, has a hidden threat. Sometimes you want to be pinned.
Yeah, interesting. So let's play it again from here.
Sure.
Because now I can beat you. Famous last words. Now I can be beaten. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. See, the English words, it's the way you word this, makes sense. So really, in a way, I've almost lost my knight, haven't I? Because
right.
Unless I pop, yeah, I've lost my knight.
Right. I
can bring my bishop up, but I really can't. Yeah, I can't move that knight now, can I? I mean, I can, but why? And there we go. Still the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. At this point, I'm going to gracefully resign because I want him. Good game.
All right. Great
game, coach. I had you on the ropes. It was that left uppercut. That's what did it. It's a trick move he's been working on. It's no fair. So what I want to do, I'm really excited about this. This is why we're here. Hi, Afterglow. How you doing? Good to see you. So he has a chess study that he has done. Hold on, we're going to show proper respect and pick up the pieces again. Are you stepping on my queen? No, I kept my queen up there this time. Okay. So, and we're going to do this electronically because his study is electronically. In fact, we can go over here and sit.
Right. And you can find this on Chess. It is.
Yeah, we can find this on Chess. We'll share the link with you guys. And I think we've got it all set up, Ryan. There's the different. Oh, I've got to share the screen though. Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Let me share the screen real quick. This is the part I'm excited about, you guys. Thank you for showing up. This is fun. This will be really good. So I want to share the screen here. Let's hopefully it'll share the screen with the analysis board. We want the variation, right?
Right.
Once
so ideally, I wanted all those. So let's share entire screen.
All it'll do is show the, that won't work that way. I've got to do the window.
Okay.
And then hold it.
Well, the chat can let us know if something is off. And
what'll do is we can share this. Okay.
All right. So,
and then what you can do now that the screen's being shared, are you guys seeing that? Yes, they are seeing that. And so what we can do now, and you don't have to be in this screen.
Okay.
You can click on that.
And this will show.
Oh, it didn't though.
I've got 3 chessboards open because one is never enough.
No, it's not, is it? So that's showing. So we want you on this one.
Right.
Okay. So we've got that one. So take it away, Coach. Show us this anti-Gotham variation and explain your reasoning.
All right. So I plateaued at 1900 for a solid 8 years. And one of the reasons that I credit why I couldn't break 2000, which I finally did last month, was I had some holes in my openings. And in Gotham Chess's recommended variation, Botanic Carl's, I never could get a decent position from the start. And you can't have many chinks in your armor if you're going to aim for higher level chess. So what I had to do is circumnavigate how to play Gotham Chess's variation. And then can we go to board number 3?
I just wanted to make sure that's going in.
Okay.
And it is.
So that's good.
This one?
Yes.
Let's go to this one and see if it shows up. It doesn't. See, it's staying on this one. So I'm wondering. I was afraid of that. So if I go, what if I do that? Okay, hold on, guys. We're going to work through this. There's the stop the screen, but instead of stop the screen, it's only going to let me do one at a time.
Okay.
Crap.
We'll roll with it.
Yeah, it's only going to let me do one at a time. Otherwise, I have to stop this one, reshare it, and go to that one, then stop that one, and go back and forth.
All right, we'll roll with it.
With just the one.
We'll make it happen.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
What you do in this variation, the main line. Oh, how do I draw an arrow with this? On mine, it's right click.
On this one, I think you just hold the mouse button down. Oh, no, it didn't. It's got to. This is the analysis board. No, this isn't the analysis board.
It's the study.
We need you to be on the analysis board, don't we?
So I can log in. That's an easy fix. As long as he can log back in.
Okay, hold on. You want to do a new tab to log in?
Right.
Let's do a new tab to log in.
Can never have too many tabs. And then sign out, and then all right, here we go. Public studies. Anti-Gotham variation. Okay.
Okay, now let's make sure that this is the one that's on the StreamYard. It's not. So what we can do is we can. That's the one we want, right?
Right.
That fourth one. So it'll be the fourth one. So what I can do is I'm going to stop the screen here. Then I'm going to share the screen on that one. Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't. That's the one. That's the one that was black. So there's your.
There we go. I knew I changed the settings for a reason.
Yeah. And now you're on. Okay. So good.
Excellent.
So we want to go to there. Okay. You're on.
All right.
Okay.
Now can I draw my arrows?
Take it from this one.
And I still can't draw my arrows. Nice.
What?
We'll make it work. We will make work
we
what
will
we
make
have.
it work, but I know there's a way to. Would you say command right does your arrow? I always just click down on it and oh, it's been too long since I played with this. Oh, I thought I was going to have this under control, huh? I truly don't know. They can see the mouse, the
Right.
finger.
So we'll work with that.
Yeah,
we'll
work with my handicapped computer situation.
All right.
Oh,
So Gotham Chess recommends this move C6, C5, Boffman at Carl's variation. And what you're supposed to do, if we look at the Masters database, you're supposed to take the pawn, then black plays E6. And I have this uncomfortable choice between A3 or bishop E3. And I'm up a pawn, but I'm holding on to it for dear life. And this doesn't seem appealing to me. Black gets activity. My pawns aren't that well defended. I want no part of this. And I tried, guys. That's all I can say. I tried this.
Yeah.
And sometimes
You
as
tried
a chess
and
player,
tried and tried. Yeah.
and tried. Sometimes
Once you get that pawn out there isolated like that, it's tough to hold on to.
right. So sometimes you got to learn to play with your weakness. But I'm going to show you.
I do that every time I play, dude.
I'm going to show you first, before we dive into this, the inspiration, which came from the mainline advanced French. So in the French defense, it's a fight for the d4 square. I want to maintain my pawn chain. Black brings the knight out. White brings his knight out. Queen d4. And black's plan is knight h6 to f5, pressuring this more. So I need to defend it again. And the best way to do that is a3, b4. And then we get this position where both sides are happy.
Interesting. Yeah.
d4, the bishop's just in time. d4 is held. This is what I love to play. Notice how black has this famously bad French bishop.
Yeah.
So,
Clobbers his French bishop, doesn't it?
Going back to my variation, notice that this is a little bit similar. We get the same pawn structure, but
so this is going to be your variation.
This is my variation.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Now we're still in known theory. So theory says you're supposed to take the pawn, and c3 is known to let black equalize. So the move is knight c6, and this is well known. And if we look at the Masters database, bishop e2, knight f3, bishop e3, knight e2, bishop e5, all the way down to move number 6, we have a3. Taking inspiration.
So this the sixth suggested move.
And we have a total of 10 games in the database here. So we're on the outskirts of theory when we play this.
Okay, so that's what makes this so exciting then.
I asked the BYP what he would play here, and he answered correctly. And what's amazing about this, every lower rated player I show this to, meaning under 1500, give yourselves credit if you've got a rating higher than 1000. I think it takes a lot of skill to get there, but speaking in terms of the greats, right? The higher rated player I show this to, the more likely they are to get into trouble here. But just bishop f5, sticking to the Caro-Kann principles, you get outside the pawn chain. And hey, it's an even game of chess. Black's fixed his bishop. And I get the structure that I like. And then I go for the move b4, same structure.
Right, same
Black's
structure.
just fixed his position.
Uh-huh.
He's fixed his bishop. So here's what higher rateds tend to do. They take, then I take, and then they like to throw out this move queen b6.
Ah.
a3 seems kind of slow, and now this is, it looks like it's a pawn that has to be addressed. If I go knight f3, then bishop g4 plops on the board, and d4 sweating. Bishop can take the knight, and then the knight can take the pawn. So it looks like black is good, except for my move. There's only one move in the master's database, knight e2 here. My move is knight c3, and this kickstarts the anti-Gotham.
This is your anti-Gotham variation. So you're saying that this other knight over here to e2 is in the database.
That's in the database.
Oh, okay, so that's the play. That's the move that has been played before.
Right.
So what does your move here do for you that helps you so well? And look, it gives him an exclamation point too, you guys.
Right. So this is the best in this structure. The knight on c3 is able to harass the queen, and the queen has a job to do in protecting d4. So the big question is what's going on with this hanging pawn, but we'll get to that.
Right.
What 1,500 players, around C-class players, tend to do is they play e6. And then I'm going to go back to our French defense that we looked at earlier.
Okay.
Knight c6. It's a mistake to take here. And it's a mistake to take here because after we follow this plan, white has knight c3.
Okay.
And then after the knight goes here.
Right. Because he's going to want to attack this hanging pawn twice.
Right.
That's the theme, right? He wants to come up here to f5.
Right. I think knight e7 is a little bit more of an instructive way to show it. But after here, I always have knight a4 to kick the queen. So I'm happy to have my knight on c3. You can see that there are no moves in the master's database because this is well known. But having the resource of kicking the queen here is helpful to me.
Why?
He cannot win d4, and he's going to have to spend the tempo on the queen.
Oh, that gained you a tempo then.
Right. So taking early is dubious. But let's go back to the Gotham variation.
Okay.
What 1500s do is they play e6. So I'm in the best variation of the advanced French.
Right.
Not only that, remember, black played c6, c5.
Okay.
He's a tempo down. I've won a free move. Do you guys know what I do to get to play 2 moves to start a chess game? And he gave it for free.
And he gave it to you for free.
But I think that's why it's important to have a narrative sense of the chess game that you played. Because if you remember the story that, wait a second, I started with c6. Maybe that's an indication that I shouldn't play e6. And get...
So many of them play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1500s do that. Now, 18 to 2000 rated players know that something's wrong with this.
Okay.
And the best move is to take on d4, but best is not always best. So black's up a pawn to the good. And not only that, but it looks like he's going to hop into c2.
Well, he is.
He is.
I mean, that's a fork on the rook in the game.
And he initiates it, so it should work for him, right? And then my move a3 looks rather stupid, right? Because the knight can come out. But I have a fork too.
All right. Tit for tat, so to speak, right?
Right.
Yeah, but your knight's blocked in.
And the knight's trapped.
So why do you think that's so good?
Black's knight's free to go on the run.
Yeah. And
then I can play bishop to e3. Now, if ever a6, then I'm happy to hop my knight out, and I'm not doing too bad.
Okay.
So an interesting try is b6, but here comes the sacrifice.
Oh.
And some of you might
be you're willing to go down the exchange there, those 2 pawns for that knight, to get your bishop out there.
I get 2 pawns for the piece, but I'm not going bishop b5 with check. instead my target is this knight. Because where can he go?
Oh my gosh!
He has
Look
to
at
go
that.
that
He has
sad
to go to that.
square.
Oh, excellent!
F1.
You've got great Horowitz bishops.
And then I play knight f3. Black has 0 development except for this knight in my corner of the
Oh,
board.
dude, that's genius!
And I'm going to play king e2, and I'm going to take this. And not only am I up a pawn, but I'm up an outside pass pawn. Andrew is the key to winning many chess games here.
Oh, whoa, dude, that is so. Look at the lack of development on black, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that makes you look like Alekin.
And
you know what? You look like a young Alekin anyway, and I say that with full of compliment. You need to be thrilled with that.
well, here's the thing,
Me,
guys.
I look like Mo in the Three Stooges.
In this game that I'm going to show you against a 1900 rated player, I did not prove in any way, shape, or form that I'm a better player than him. What I did prove is I don't fight fair. I got him in a position where I know what's going on that I had crafted.
Uh-huh.
And he had to try to figure it out over the board. I did not give him an opportunity to show me how good at chess he was. Is he better than me? I don't know. But
why give him the chance to show you? I mean, if you know that, if you know the variation and you know the setup,
right,
then
so
for Pete's sake, go to it.
I'm going to, hopefully I can click this. Nope. Okay, there we go. I'm going to show you guys the game that made me a chess expert. It took me 8 years to go from A class to expert.
Oh my God!
So I had
serious dedication.
I had a lot riding on this.
Tell them how many years, how many hours you think you spent. Listen to this. How many hours it took him to get to 2,000?
I'm going to be conservative and say that 20,000 is probably light. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. I don't buy that. Because I know a lot of old men that have played chess for 60 plus years, right?
Yeah.
And they don't make it past a certain rate.
Yeah.
Time spent in this game is not enough to reach the higher level. I had to really be humble and recognize my flaws with the game. And there were a lot more of them than I was aware of.
Yeah. I suspect that's the boat I'm in right now.
All right. So this is the game that we're still good.
Okay, we're still good. I just wanted to make sure we're still on this. Okay, good.
Right. Okay.
So
this is the game that made me an expert. My opponent's name is Ethan Stetch from Springfield, Missouri Chess Club.
Okay.
So when we got here, this is a game in 60, and he thought for 15 minutes. So as I said, this was not a fair fight. He spotted me 25% of his time. That's not fair, is it, guys?
Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this position, he's playing black.
Right.
And he took 15 minutes?
Right. As he should, because the situation is critical.
Right.
Right. So he took. And we've already established that knight c2 loses. This is the losing move, guys. What black has to play is the move king d7. And
okay, mark that well, you guys.
I don't think I need to talk about it further because who's going to play this?
Who's going to find that move? Yeah, right. We talked about this earlier. I mean, that's the move you have to find if you're in this position. Oh, wow.
Right. You have to find this, and I'm still better. It's not like I'm playing some kind of dirty trap. Worst case,
no,
I'm even.
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
It's not a trap. It's a pitfall. I don't try to trick you into it. I just invite you to fall into it.
Right.
Okay. So he went knight c2. So losing position, and I have more time. I need all the time I can get. King d8. Knight a8. And instead of knight b3, he realizes what's up. And he plays bishop e6.
Okay.
So, okay, I had looked at this, but there's a lot of chess theory to memorize. And I played what I had, but I wasn't sure I played what I had prepared.
Right.
So bishop e3, and I take my 2 pawns.
Okay.
Give the king an uncomfortable decision if he wants to step over to E8 or C8. He goes to C8, and I take some development.
Yeah.
Guys, how simple chess is this? Develop your pieces.
Develop your pieces.
So, Mr. BYP, what's the one piece that needs to be improved right now?
That rook.
That rook, right?
That rook.
And if I could pick this rook up anywhere
That
and
is
put him
the
somewhere
first
on the chessboard, where would you put him?
Oh, definitely G1.
G1?
I got you.
All right.
I would pull him right up there to.
But you can pick this up and you can put him anywhere on this chessboard.
Anywhere on the chessboard at all. Then I'll put him right there on D8.
Yeah. Or E8 or
C8.
Right.
Or C8. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And this is why chess players should at least be familiar with Bookhouse, because this kind of idea, you have to know what you're aiming for to hit it.
Oh, very good. Very
so
good.
If I know that this is checkmate, if I get the rook to D8, well, how do I get it there? My king's in the way. So why don't I move this king
and force him to move the knight?
Pressurize the knight. And guys, how can he stop me from going here?
Yeah, because the knight's gone.
Yeah.
Not that you have to retake it either, but that'd freak him out psychologically. He's going to lose his knight no matter what. Now.
Right. So
well, no, not necessarily, because his bishop's covering it. The king can't take it.
Right, but that's still not a good knight.
No, it's really not. No.
And so one problem is this knight. The other problem is this. He has to stop this checkmate. So he goes to D5. He knows what I'm doing. And he's hoping against all hope that he can just close it down and start to develop.
Right.
But the bishop has too many jobs to do.
Oh, very good.
So he is taken off the board.
The rook.
This is an end.
And you got a piece. Oh, nice.
And now my king is more active. I'm hesitant to call it an end game, although I do believe it is.
Look at the difference in development, though. I mean, it's like that is so amazing.
My pieces are developed, and he has none of his. So he tries the move F6 here. Okay. And now I'm going to put you on the spot.
I'm always on the spot.
We need some idea.
I'm trying to make it so that I'm spot on instead of on the spot. So we'll see if I can do that.
We need an idea to win this chess game, right? We've got a great position, even material, weapon development, but we need something concrete to bring home the point.
Okay.
So we need to figure out, in an ideal world, what do we need to happen? What's a pathway to win this game?
Queen a pawn.
Queening a pawn. Which pawn are you going to queen? Which pawn's more likely to queen?
That one's the unopposed one.
All right, very good.
Far A one.
So
just off my because
So working backwards, reciprocal thinking is the key to strategy. So if I'm going to get this pawn here, reciprocal thinking.
Reciprocal thinking is
looking at the end first and then thinking backwards on how to make it happen.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
If I'm going to queen this pawn, what do I need to do before I queen the pawn?
You will have to move the bishop eventually.
And then if I could pick up the bishop and put him anywhere, where would I put him to aid the pawn?
Either
C6.
here or here.
Well, but C6 is a little practical.
C6 is ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that covers the queening square.
Right. So, guys, the chess world is like an ocean where it's easy to drown in, right? And you need to hang on to anything that you can. It's a complex position, right? E5's hanging. The king's ready to be attacked, it feels like, right? 9 points of material can swing in. But if I just lock in and focus, what's actually going to bring me home the point? I can avoid all the chaos. So
you're saying at this point, a chess strategy would be to just simply get that pawn in there no matter what. Forget all. I mean, you don't forget, but I mean, don't worry about being so distracted. See, this is the idea that I've tried to explain before in some of my chess videos and games on the idea of having the initiative. Right. You're going to make your plan happen. You're going to focus and do what you want. So you will have the initiative.
Initiative is like a baby, and you have no idea how fragile that is. I know. I know. I used to think
don't drop the baby, guys.
Terrible at chess, unlike your queen.
Yeah, unlike my queen. Yeah, right.
I used to think I'm terrible at chess because I would get these good positions and fall apart. Well, a good position is only a good position if you walk a narrow tightrope.
Interesting. Yeah.
If you make a mistake in a good position, you're equal.
Yeah.
But it's harder for your opponent to play good moves than it is for you. So what you want to do is make what can win you the game come closer and bide time. Time's in your favor. The pressure is harder on your opponent than it is on you.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
For example, I could play e6, but could I lose the e-pawn someday?
I looked at that too.
Maybe.
I'll confess, yeah.
Maybe I lose it someday. I doubt it, but do I want to be tied down defending it? Honestly, I don't know. I could take the pawn and get rid of it, but then I help the knight to get out, right?
That's so
A5,
why not push the A? Why not push the A?
Yeah.
Technically speaking, and this is correct my thinking if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves to win. So why are you going to add an 8th? Even though it might get a little distracting, but like I said, once you push that though and give this guy a chance to interesting.
Something can go wrong, and
Something
I don't
can go wrong that you don't see.
Yeah.
And
All right, so he takes, and then he promotes my knight.
So he did take. Okay.
Now the knight does two things. One, he threatens the rook.
Absolutely.
But two, remember this plan that we had?
The checkmate.
Bishop b5, bishop c6. Well, I just secured control of the c6 square.
Yes, sir.
So he plays knight f6, and I play a5. So now I can rotate the bishop because b6 is secure. And there's really no way to stop this.
Oh, yeah, he can stop you.
He tried bishop d6.
Okay, no, that's what I was thinking. So what did you do?
The simple knight f7.
Dude, that's so beautiful.
The bishop and the rook, and the rook can't defend.
Oh.
And so here he resigned.
Oh, that's nice. Very good.
Yeah.
Congrats. That's a word, man. It's cool because that's a worthy game to get your expert rating, the 2000.
The story of it.
Yeah. That's spectacular.
And it's all born, guys, out of sheer desperation. My inability to tolerate one position led me to transform it into an equal one where I like, but the pitfalls here are almost impossible not to fall into if you're about an 1800 rated player.
How interesting. Yeah. So you're saying this is the game that
made me an expert
and got you into realizing the Anti-Gotham variation?
No. So I've played this many times before, and I have really good results. So
that's the game that got you to the expert level. Oh, that's right. Because yeah.
3 people have fallen into this, and then a lot more fall into playing e6, and then I just have a major advantage.
There you go.
But
because that gives you the extra tempo.
Right. The first time I employed this, I remember checking Stockfish. Stockfish said knight c3 is a good move here, and that queen takes d4 is obviously bad. But I just brushed over it, right, getting ready for my round. And then the kiddo I was playing popped queen d4 on the board.
Queen d4.
And then I calculated for as far as I can, looking at that line. I just couldn't solve it. It's not that I'm bad at calculation, guys. It's that you have to put yourself in positions where, as a human, you can handle it. Because the line that I just showed you, it doesn't matter how strong of a player you are. This is hard to calculate, right?
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Unless your name's Bobby Fischer, and none of us are. So, yeah.
Right.
All right. Now that's beautiful.
So that's my opening. I think it's worthy for Gotham to pay attention to. I would love it if
let's make it happen. Let's help
Gotham or other GMs were to refute it or add to it.
That would be so cool.
A part of me really wanted to put that in my pocket and save that for the rest of tournaments. But the way that I see it, I owe it to the world of chess to release a contribution to it. And I hope you guys get use out of it.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was spectacular. Yeah, let's let this happen. If you guys know Gotham Chess, let's talk to Gotham Chess. We've got a comment from Bello Muhammad. Hey, Professor, I just ordered here. I'm going to show your comments if that's okay with you. I just ordered How to Reassess Your Chess 4th edition. That's this little jewel right here.
So let me ask, what is your rating range?
Yeah, that was going to be the first thing That one, right? Is that the one you got?
That's the one.
That better be the one you got, because that's the 4th edition. Hey, username says nice little line, Ryan. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
I
fun.
would love to see your analysis of it. Help me improve it and poke some holes into it whenever you can. Bofinick said that your games must be submitted to analysis to be brutally torn apart by the chess
I can't
world.
think of anyone I'd have you submit it to than username, because he's just frank, he's honest, he's really fun. Thank you, Juicer. That means a lot to both of us. So Bilal says I'm 1,500 online only. I haven't played any over the board yet, but I plan on it. So he's about 1,500 online. So what's your thoughts on him getting the 4th edition and studying it? I suspect I know what you're going to say, because it was told to me too.
Right. I think it's a wonderful book to read. Now, keep in mind your goal. A lot of people want to master chess, right? They want to know everything there is to know about everything, about whatever they get their hands on. Chess is hard. And to take a book like that, if you can just identify the ideas in it, you don't have to master it. You're in the identification stage of Bloom's taxonomy, and you can read it a second, third, fourth. I've read chess books 5 times, and then you can slowly start to absorb it. But you're reading what you need to be reading.
And as well as that, I'm thrilled that you got Silman's 4th edition. Hopefully you have his 3rd edition too, Bilal, because the 3rd and 4th, they're not the same thing at all. He completely rewrote the 3rd edition into the 4th edition. It's all new material. So they're both good. But another book that I have found truly, sincerely, so helpful for me personally is this Neil MacDonald, the chess, the art of logical thinking. The thing I like about this book is, have you ever seen this one?
No.
The thing I like about this book is it goes through several famous grandmaster games: Korchnoi versus Karpov, Korchnoi versus Kasparov, Karpov, Fischer versus whoever, and all that. And he, move by move, explains basic chess principles. He does not get into he doesn't give you a whole bunch of wild variations that is going to be over our heads. It's basically for beginners, but it's superb at seeing the basis of this. Like Coach was saying, your just identify with the characteristics, learn how to read the position a little bit better. This one is superb for that, and he does it move by move by move throughout all the game. And there's about 30 games in this. That's another really, really good way to do that. So
you've got a 10-year fan.
Oh my gosh. Thin Crow 84. Belaglavi, you're about 1,600, so Silman would work for you too. My peak rating was 2269 FIDE. I'm 2160 now. Username. Excellent, man.
Right. I would absolutely love to connect. I'll talk to BYP and hopefully we can make that happen.
We will do that. Yeah, that would be sensational fun. This summer was my 10th anniversary with BYP Chess Video. Oh, my goodness. Bless your heart. Well, thank you, Finn Crow. That's very nice. From Finland. Woohoo! We love people from all over the world. So yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah. His advice is best though. Don't worry. See, in a way, that's probably we were playing last night. We played a few games, and he kind of gave me some hints and ideas on the style of play that I was doing, and it reminded me a lot of what Username has told me as well. I'm not ignoring your advice either, Username. I just have to keep it in my mind. But as we were playing, I was trying to be aggressive, and he kind of told me the same thing. Coach said, "Look, just accumulate a small advantage. What's 1 plus 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 1? You eventually get, I mean, depending on how many you accumulate, you can get up to 200. Well, if you have 200 advantages in a chess game, I'm exaggerating. If you have 10, honestly, you can get 10 advantages.
You can.
You did that with me all the time last night. So you get 10 advantages in a chess game, and all of a sudden, your opponent has to win. The pressure gets to your opponent. He has to prove himself. You don't have to prove yourself. The attack is automatically stronger. The defense, yours, is automatically stronger. So that's kind of what Silman will do for you. That's why I'm bringing that up. If you can learn the 7 imbalances that Silman talks about, don't worry about mastering the book right now. You can't. It's too advanced. It is a tremendous book. I need to go back through it. I went through it a few times. I actually went and bought the paperback. This particular one, when I was ranting and raving about Silman a few years back, he sent me a t-shirt and he sent me this book and gave me a note. Carry shirts, keep up the great work. Jeremy Silman, man. I got an autographed copy from Silman. Is that fun or what?
I am jealous. He is someone that I would have loved to meet.
Oh, I would have loved to have met him too.
Sad to hear about his passing.
Yeah. But I have not opened this book other than to show that signature. I'm keeping this in pristine shape.
All right. So we've got a really good comment here by
I bought a paperback copy. So who? Bilal. Okay.
Yeah. Can we show it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can just learn one thing at a time, you're going to improve at chess. You have to keep the long run in mind. That's the difference between someone that improves and someone that doesn't. You can't sit down for 8 hours a week, a month, and substantially, right, have a massive leap in chess past a certain level. But one thing I believe, right, I'm 2,000 rating. All I am is a 1,000 rated player that kept improving. You have your basic foundation of chess principles. Then you learn one thing. Then you improve one skill. And you just keep building your tower. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a grandmaster just has a bigger tower than the 1,000. That's it.
So that's great advice. That's great advice. Thanks for the great.
But frustration is your enemy, and you have to handle it in bite size, and you have to keep the long run in mind. If a task is frustrating, just reduce the difficulty. But as long as you keep absorbing and keep learning, keep improving a skill, you'll get there eventually. You just have to trust the process.
Yeah, right.
And I'm here to help aid in any way possible.
See, that's why we love you people. And basically 3-pillar center and improving pieces, open file and weak squares, targets, etc. Yeah, and then just take each one of those one step at a time. And it's very interesting because this is exactly what Silman does in his books. He just what he does, he just labels them imbalances.
Right.
But it's the same idea that Coach Ryan's saying. Absolutely. Yeah. Just start with, you remember when it was a long time ago, and it actually cost me a lot of my audience because they didn't understand what I was doing. I must have done 30 videos. My intention, and this kind of backfired on me. It kind of bums me out now that I think about it. Back then, I was just furious. I was too immature, I guess. But I was going to do 30 videos with 30 example games of each one of the imbalances in actual games of Grandmasters to show that the imbalances worked. And I started off, you remember when I was doing the rooks on open files so stringently. And I mean, I went through games. I had games from Smyslov and Botvinnik and Fisher and Morphy and several of the early Lasker and Alekin. And I kept hammering that home, rooks on open files. And I can't remember who it was, but someone came along and said, there's something wrong with this guy. He's not a good chess player at all. He's not a good chess teacher at all because he just keeps talking about the one thing. And man, half the audience quit watching me. It so shocked me. I go, I told you I'm doing 30 games of each principle. And that bummed me out so bad. I actually walked away from it for a few years. I'm back now. I'm not, I'm older. I'm grayer. I'm more enjoyable now. I'm easier to listen to. At least I hope I am. That might not be true. 2 out of 3 ain't bad as the song goes. But yeah, we're having fun. But good point, Bella Glavi. 3 pillars: improving pieces, keep them active, open files, weak squares, and targets. That just improve each one of those piece by piece, step by step. So, all right. Do you have anything else for us, Coach?
I think that's it.
Okay. You guys, thanks for showing up. This has been an absolute honor for me, and it's been a boatload of fun. I hope you've had fun.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun. I believe I've got the links in the description.
Right. I have my website, pawn2king.com. That's how you can get a hold of me if I can help you out any way. I do coaching full-time for my living. I had to find a way to make chess work for me.
And you're doing good so far.
And I'm doing pretty good.
He's made it all the way to Idaho.
I made it all the way to Idaho from Texas.
So
there are people out there in the chess world that you just have to drive to go meet.
Oh, I am so flattered. It's ridiculous. Now you are the first man to make me blush. How could you? Have you no shame? All right. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate all your efforts and love and support. We're going to head out. He's got other places to go. We've had breakfast, and now we're on the way for the rest of the day. We will catch up to you again soon. If not before next week, then next week without question. Absolutely. Thank you, username. Good to see all of you. We'll catch up to you in a week.
All right. Bye, guys. Take care, chess players.